Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be talking to you guys quite quickly about where I've decided to apply for my classics master's courses. So for those of you that don't know, I'm currently in my third and final year studying for a BA Honours in Ancient History at Newcastle University. And honestly, I love Newcastle University. I think the campus, the staff, the faculty as well, they're just like all amazing. But a part of me just wants a bit of a change. Like, I've really enjoyed my 3 years here. I think it's, you know, just all incredible. But I do kind of want like a change of city, change of scenery, you know, because I'm not bored, but I just thought a change of like setting might be quite nice. So a couple of weeks ago, about 3 weeks ago now, I actually put in all of my, well, I say my first round of master's applications. These are the ones that I've applied for that I basically like, I really want to get onto these ones. And then after that, obviously, if I don't get onto these ones, then I've got like some backup courses that I'm thinking of applying for. But I'm just going to wait and see first whether I get into the ones that I really want, because there's no point like wasting my own time, you know, because applications, especially master's applications, they honestly take like days and days and days, even like a couple of weeks sometimes, like to get your personal statement / statement of purpose and everything all ready. So it is a complete faff, like it takes a really long time. And also I'd recommend as well, if you're putting in applications around this time, because I know now is quite a popular time to start putting applications in, even though obviously if we're third year like me, you've not got like your final grade through yet, but I suppose you've got an idea of what you might achieve if you just carry on working at the same level that you're at. So yeah, I know a lot of people are about to put their master's applications in. So my biggest piece of advice, probably from like me already doing the process, I mean, I've not got into anything just yet because it's only been a couple of weeks, so my advice should still be good, but you know what I mean? But it probably is just to put your statement of purpose or personal statement in to, you know, someone that you're quite close to in the faculty, like your personal tutor, a module leader that you get along with really well, and just ask them to read it over for you as well, because they will probably end up being your references. You'll need probably around 2 references as well. Some courses differ, some courses are just 1 reference, some courses are 3 references, so it's a bit crazy. But obviously this is just me applying for like classics related masters, so I can't speak on behalf of other courses, but yeah, and knowing the difference between a statement of purpose and personal statement as well is very important. But to be fair, if you guys want me to do videos on all of these types of things, just leave a comment down below and I'll try and make time to do a video on like my whole application process. So yeah, without further ado, I'll kind of get onto the start of where I've applied for, I suppose. Honestly, I can't speak today. I've only been well, it's only been like 3 days into semester 2 and I literally already feel dead inside. Like, my mind feels like broken. I literally feel all over the place. Like, I feel all over the place. But it's okay. I know that everyone around like a new semester is just busy getting used to like the new workload and everything. So yeah. So the first masters I applied for, this one is a bit different. I don't know, I kind of don't really want to like put this one on the internet too much because I really don't think I'm going to get into this course. Basically, that's what I want to say. I don't want to say where it's at because I really just, I don't want to like obviously put it out there and manifest that I'm not going to get into the course, but I am pretty certain that it's a very competitive course. I think like 1 in 6 people get in, that sort of thing. So I know that I'm probably not gonna, I don't stand like a big chance, you know. But I've applied anyway, and it's for an MST in Greek history. Honestly, out of all of the ones that I've kind of put down, this one is one that's the most perfectly suited for me, because I do want to specialise in Greek history, like Greek antiquity. This is like precisely where I want to specialise in, because carrying on from my undergraduate dissertation, which I'm currently doing now, I really am certain that I want to carry on kind of researching about gender and sexuality in like archaic and classical Greece. I just really love it, you know. I love looking at women, I love looking at their lives and like really, you know, not just looking at the upper classes of women, but looking at like their everyday lives, what they were up to. I think it's just so important. So that's kind of what I'm trying to work on at the moment, and what I would love to continue researching into my masters. So yeah, this one is honestly perfect for me, but as I said before, I'm probably not going to get in. But that one is an MST in Greek history, so that is my first one applied for. The deadline for that was quite early because it's quite a good university, so they put the deadline for like right at the start of January. But then it was quite bizarre because they put on the website as well that they think that you should put your application in 2 weeks before the deadline. So it's like there's like a deadline before the deadline. Do you know what I mean? Like it was a bit weird. So I had that ready like in mid-December, which is pretty early, by the way. I'm not sure what it's like for other courses, but I do know that most people put their master's applications in around springtime. So I have been quite early with it, but I think that's just because I'm quite an organised person, and I like to kind of have that separation of like, okay, all the master's applications are in, now I can focus solely on dissertation and my other 2 modules up until graduation, you know, just because then like I'm not doing loads and loads of things at once. So I recommend that for you guys as well, literally just spend like a couple of weeks absolutely bashing your applications out if you know where you want to apply for, researching where you want to apply for, all that sort of thing, just because it's just handy just to get it out of the way, because now I'm just like, oh, it's done. So that was my first one. And my second one was the MSc in Classics at Edinburgh University. So I actually applied to Edinburgh Uni for my undergraduate degree, but I decided not to go just because I'm originally from like the East Midlands, and it's just like, it was just quite far, you know, because from Newcastle where I am now, it's about an extra hour and a half as well on the train. So if I was to, you know, keep going back and forth, I know that like it's just a really, really long way away. So I kind of wanted to stay a little bit more local, like a little bit, you know, just a little bit closer to home at that point in time. So I picked Newcastle Uni, and honestly, I do love it here. Like, I've got no issues with it. I think it's absolutely amazing. And plus the nightlife here as well is incredible. Like, if you're really after like a really good social life with university balance, this uni is honestly perfect. But I've always loved Edinburgh, honestly, like it's got a special place in my heart. I went back for another open day right before I put my application in about 2 to 3 weeks ago, and I was shown around by one of their students there who was lovely, and honestly, like the faculty there is incredible. It's massive. They've got this gorgeous big library, and what I really loved about the classics course at Edinburgh, not only obviously is like the faculty absolutely massive, so like they can absolutely cater to your specializations, but they also allow you within like the classics MSc, you can branch out into like loads of interdisciplinary like subjects, because a big thing for me is that I really want to start exploring archaeology a little bit more, because that's like quite important to my research interest to start using archaeology. So the fact that I get to do a lot of classical archaeology within the classics, but obviously still have a focus on the history, the society, the languages, the literature, it's honestly perfect for me. So I thought that course was honestly like incredible, and if you're a bit like me and you kind of want a little bit more of like an interdisciplinary approach, and you know, you just want to have amazing facilities, I would 100% recommend applying to Edinburgh, because it is well renowned as well. Like, it is a very, very popular course, very, very popular university, and especially the classics faculty, it has got like a world-renowned, you know, status. So it's a really, really incredible place to try and go to. Obviously, I've not heard back from any of these yet. These are just where I've applied for. So I mean, I really hope I get into all of these. I'm not certain, but you know what? A gal can hope. We shall see. And then the final 2 that I've applied for, you know, within the ones that I really, really want, because I'll talk about the ones that I might apply for if I don't get in after this little section. So I've got a little bit of a northern theme, you know. I don't know what it is about the south, but I'm just a bit of like a northern gal. You know, I think Bristol, Exeter, all these unis, they're lovely, but you know what? I really just can't picture myself like being down south. I don't know what it is, I just can't picture it. Technically, some of you will try and argue that because I'm from the East Midlands, I am already south, but I see myself very much like in the middle / to the north. I do not consider myself a southerner. So I'm just going to put that out there. The comment section, I don't know what's going to happen. You guys might bash me a little bit. Oh well, I class myself as like more northern than southern. So the other two that I've applied for in this first round are both at Durham University. So honestly, I absolutely love Durham. I think it is just a gorgeous uni. So I've obviously been up at Newcastle for 3 years, and getting from Newcastle to Durham is so easy. It's literally like a half an hour train, if that, usually like 20 minutes. And I don't know, I really just like how small of a city Durham is. You know, it's very small, very personal, super historical. And I really just love that aspect to it. I think it's so nice. So I've wanted to apply there for a really long time, because I mean, back in first year we did some visits over there, and I honestly just thought, like, I loved the history, I thought the architecture was gorgeous, and I just loved how it's like in the countryside as well. It just has like a really personal, intimate feel to it, which is different to, you know, I'm currently in Newcastle, it's very different vibes. But yeah, I just loved it. I thought it was so nice. A big thing for me I've noticed is I really like to go to like quite historical cities, or like a campus that's really historical and pretty. I don't know what that is with me. I suppose it's like, because you're spending all your time on the campus, or most of your time there, you do want to work somewhere that's like really beautiful. At least that's for me anyway. I think I just love history, you know, so that's quite important for me, that I'm like somewhere historical. So the first one that I applied for at Durham, you guessed it, it is the MA in Classics. So I just thought I really want to start developing as well my Greek language, because obviously I want to specialise in ancient Greece, like archaic and classical Greece. So I really want to just start like getting ahead on my ancient Greek language, you know, because that's the thing, it's like I had the opportunity to do ancient Greek here, but I think it is really intimidating, and especially if you're from like a similar background to myself, if you're from like a background where, you know, you just went to like a normal comprehensive school, you didn't go to like a fee paying private school or whatever, you don't really have the opportunity to study Latin or Greek beforehand, whereas a lot of people at university that that go do classics, the majority of them are kind of like a private school, because it's still one of them subjects which is quite like a private school subject, and a lot of them have already studied Greek and Latin since they were like in year 7, you know, because of the school they went to. So that is another difficult aspect of it, 100%, is kind of feeling like you're on par with people that are already on that. Because I'm not gonna lie, like, even, you know, I'm in my 3rd year of undergraduate, and I do kind of feel a little bit subpar in the fact that I can't speak like Latin or ancient Greek. It just makes me feel like a little bit less than everyone else. I don't know, that's big home truth coming out. I don't know, it's just very difficult, I think. So I really just wanted to start learning it. I was going to learn it in 2nd year, but I kind of just got a bit scared and a bit freaked out, because obviously learning a whole new language is so difficult, and that year was all online, because it was like when obviously COVID was really, really bad and we had like lots of restrictions. So that year was like pretty much all online. So I really struggled trying to do that. So I just thought I didn't want to learn a language all online. I thought it just wouldn't work for me. I'd rather do it in person, you know, when you can have like a lot more communication with like the tutor that's teaching you the language. So that was my big reason in not wanting to do it. And obviously this year I didn't want to do it either, because your final year counts for 2/3 of your overall grade. So say that I don't know, it just went really badly, then I really didn't want that grade to like pull all my other grades down, just in case, you know. So I must admit, like, I was obviously, it's from like a bit of a like, you know, I was just a bit scared. I was just a bit like anxious about taking it. I could have taken it in 1st year obviously, but then again, I was just this new little kid going to study ancient history, never had the chance to study it before in like schools or anything. So I think I did really struggle trying to do that. I think I just felt really out of my depth in 1st year anyway, so I didn't want to study it then. So yeah, that's my reasonings for not having studied it in undergraduate degree. But I do feel a lot more confident in myself now, in my knowledge, in, you know, what I can do in classics, and now I think it's really the time for me to start learning ancient Greek. I did do an ancient Greek beginners course from September to December, and that was run by the HM Belfast School of Classics. So I would 100% recommend that you guys go check them out over on Instagram. Honestly, Helen is amazing, like organising all of these different like languages and introductions to like to Greek and Roman history and literature, that sort of thing. She's honestly incredible. So if you're wanting like a crash course, like a 12-week course or like a summer course in ancient history, ancient languages, I would definitely recommend that you check her out. So that's HM Belfast School of Classics, by the way. So anyway, back to the main subject, because I just talk about anything and everything. So yeah, MA Classics at Durham. Honestly, it looks amazing, and obviously I would get the chance to study ancient Greek language in all of these different courses. But yeah, particularly at Durham, I just really like the way that they teach it. Oh my gosh, the sun has come out. Oh, hallelujah. And yeah, Durham is honestly just like a gorgeous uni as well, so I think I would be really lucky to actually get in and to go and study over there. I think that would be really, really awesome, because I know there's like a super good uni, so in that sense, obviously I am a bit like, I am anxious about all of these applications. I'm not really sure what's going to happen yet, which is why I've got some backup ideas. I just really hope I do get in, because I am very aware that I've applied to like really good unis, so there was obviously like a high chance that I'm not going to get into some of the courses, which is completely fine. Like, I've prepared myself for that. I've not deluded myself into thinking that, you know, I'm going to get accepted into all of these, because there is a very high chance that I won't. And then the next one that I've applied for at Durham, which is my final one out of this round, so 4 applications, is actually the MA in Classical Archaeology. I feel like I've had like a bit of a, not, say, I want to say like a little classical crisis in kind of what I want to specialise in. So I've done like some archaeology before, and I really, really enjoyed it. Honestly, watching Time Team as well is like my favourite thing. I literally come back from uni shattered, and I'll just put Time Team on. I think it's amazing. I love it. I've actually got a really fun fact. Guy Dilibedwayer, who's the Roman historian on some of the episodes, he used to teach in a school in my town, but then he quit. But that's my cool fact. Yeah, that's my cool fact. So I've picked the MA in Classical Archaeology because at Durham they've got like really, really good facilities for archaeology anyway, and I don't know, a part of me, I just really want to maybe consider taking archaeology as my master's, just because, I don't know, I'm struggling a bit. I feel like it's very difficult to decide when you like both archaeology and classics which kind of route to go down. So I thought by doing classical archaeology, you know, I've still got a lot of months to consider if I get into these. I've got a long time to consider what I want to do, so I'm probably going to think it out when I get my like applications back. But yeah, honestly, there's something about archaeology which I just love. Like, I can't really explain it. I haven't got the words. Yeah, I can't really explain it, but honestly, like, I've just got a big part of my heart is for archaeology, and for that reason I thought I didn't want to regret not trying to explore it at this stage. Obviously I am a little bit behind just because like I've not really got a background in archaeology. I've done like some modules on it, on like Minoan and Mycenaean prehistory and that sort of thing, but overall I've not really got a very good scientific knowledge of archaeology, and obviously that is a massive part of studying that subject. So I do feel a little bit more behind in that one. I feel like I'm not at my expertise in that degree, but I thought I'd still apply, especially because I'm currently as well just finishing off some applications to apply for some archaeological excavations in Greece for this summer. So I'm just finishing them up. I'm going to get them back soon enough, and if I get onto to one of them, I'll obviously go, and I'm hoping that that'll be like my moment of revelation, you know. I'll be like, oh, I really, really enjoy it, I'm going to pick this, or maybe I won't enjoy it as much as what I thought, and then that'll make me want to do classics more. So I'm kind of holding out on that being like my moment of truth, you know. Okay, this video is getting a little bit long, so I am just going to quickly talk about my backup options. So yeah, they're the 4 that I've applied for. So it's Greek history, 2 in classics, 1 in classical archaeology. And my backup options, if I don't get into those, are kind of to go into heritage conservation and like museum studies. So there are lots of unis that are kind of offering, especially Durham actually, I like the look of their one there, doing like museum and heritage studies. And honestly, I really enjoy that as well as a backup if I don't get into my classics ones, because to be fair, the thing is, I don't think I want to study classics anywhere else. Maybe Newcastle University, who knows, you know, but I think heritage is another really, really good backup for me, because I know that I'd really, really enjoy it. And overall, I think after my kind of career in academia, I think I really do want to go into museum work, you know, being like a museum curator, that sort of thing, specialising in like ancient Greece, the Greek world. That is the sort of thing that I want, and I do volunteer for English Heritage as well, and I absolutely love it. So I really kind of imagine myself in the future, obviously if academia doesn't work out, or archaeology doesn't work out, definitely going into like kind of like a heritage sphere. I can really imagine that for me, and I think I really enjoy that life. So yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and honestly, if you've got any questions at all, leave them in the comments below. If you kind of want me to talk about applications in more detail, like do specific videos on how to write like a personal statement, how to write a statement of purpose, I'm more than happy to do those. Obviously I might just do those after I get my results back, because if I get into like my subjects, I know that then I've written something that's like decent, so then I would feel better like showing that to you guys, if there was like that sort of outcome. But yeah, I'm now off to go to the library to go study about the fall of the Roman Republic, which is different for me. I've chosen a lot of Roman modules this semester, whereas I like to say that I'm a Greek classicist, but that's fine, learning lots of new things is very, very enjoyable. So yeah, I hope you guys have a lovely day, whatever you're doing, and whenever I post this, I'm not sure when I will end up posting this. The sun has really come out now. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you later.